Let us take, I will consider A is equal to 1 0 0 0 0 0. Normally the gain will be very high. If I say operational amplifier gain is very high, in the sense it will be greater than 10 to the power of 5 actually in practical aspects if we see. So now, so A is equal to 1 0 0 0 0. This will be your A value. Then I will consider the beta value is 0 0.1. That is, now we can say the open loop, that is the A is increased by 10%. So A is increased by 10%. So let me write increase in the sense A is increased by 10% as a result of changes in ambient temperature. Say example now, what we did first, let us say A equal to this value and beta is equal to 0 equal to what is AF. We will find out. Next, after changing the A value by 10%, what will be the AF value? That we'll see. So first, let us say that is AF is equal to, that is a formula we know, that is A by 1 plus beta A. This is the formula actually. So it is nothing but A is equal to 1 0 0 5 0. We add, okay, divided by 1 plus the beta value is, that is A value is this, okay, 4 5 value into 0.1. So what is the value we get here? The value which we'll get is 9 9 9 9 0 0. Now just I will write del AF. I will write. What is the meaning of del AF? Nothing but the changes. Right? The changes new value I can say means the A value changes by 10% more. So in the sense I will get us this, right? A value will be this 1 divided by the A value is this into the beta value is 0.1. Now you have to think what will be the value get. So the value will be result will be 9.9909. You can see here the only the variation. Now you should see if what will be the changes in the ambient temperature. That is due to the ambient temperature 10%, the A gain is changed over there. Then we may get that is 0.00009 volt per volt. It's increases in amplifier gain actually. So this is what simple. So from this I can say, so they gain these means it won't sense that much change on B if there is a effect in A. That is what we need to say here, very important. If there is any changes in this A, whatever the changes in this A, so they can say it won't affect your gain feedback gain. This nothing but a gain desensitivity. So let us put here one simple note over there, like the sensitivity. It's nothing but like, let us put a note here, like the sensitivity. The sensitivity will be, we can denote as 1 divided by A into beta. This is sensitivity. Okay. So now for negative feedback, the magnitude of for negative feedback, the magnitude of like this one plus A beta. The magnitude of 1 plus A beta will be greater than 1 actually. It will be greater than 1. So this, if the 1 plus A beta is greater than 1 means, then what about the sensitivity? The sensitivity will be less than 1. So if one sense, that means very less than. So 1 plus A beta is very greater than 1. Then so from this we can say the negative feedback always gives a closed loop gain with reduced sensitivity to variations in the forward gain. The forward gain in the sense open loop gain. That is what we can summarize from this. That is about the sensitivity That is a gain desensitivity. That is the first properties of negative feedback amplifier. Second, let us go for second. The second is nothing but, let us say, the second one is bandwidth extension. Bandwidth extension. So we can extend the bandwidth. Okay, so now let us see bandwidth extension. So now what you will do, you need to consider an amplifier whose high frequency response is characterized by a single pole. Just remember in the previous day we studied the high frequency response and low frequency response, like a denominator, like the single pole. The high frequency we got only one pole, but low frequency we got three poles we got. Normally, like three cutoff frequencies we got. For high frequency response we got only one cutoff frequency. Now from that, its gain at mid and high frequency can be represented as A of S. That is nothing but the gain at the mid and high frequency. Okay, A of S is equal to A M, this gain, by 1 plus S divided by omega H. So this is expression number 1. As we know that AM is nothing but midband. Okay, this already we know. It's a midband gain. What about the omega H? The omega H also we know that this omega H is nothing but upper 3 dB frequency. It is upper dB frequency. Now, let us say the application of the negative feedback with a frequency independent factor beta around this amplifiers results in a closed loop gain, that is AF of S. So just let us say application of, we will write in terms of S only, the feedback gain. So the A of S is equal to AF is equal to A by 1 plus beta A, then A of S is equal to A of S divided by 1 plus beta into A of S. This is the expression number 2. Now what you do, substitute 1 into, substitute 1 into this A of S here, you have to substitute. So what we'll get now, let us substitute. So we'll get as A M divided by 1 plus S by omega H divided by 1 plus beta into A M divided by 1 plus S by omega H. So now this will be expression number 3. You substitute. Once, so what we'll do, just for our reference, let us take like this: A M divided by 1 plus S by omega H. This is our numerical term, into 1 divided by 1 plus beta into, just I am separating the numerator and the denominator, 1 plus omega H. Okay, this is the expression number. Now what we'll do, I will take, let me consider, let P is equal to S by omega H for our simplicity. Okay, let us consider like this. So if I do, the above expression will be deduced as A M divided by 1 plus P into 1 by 1 plus beta into A M divided by 1 plus P. Okay, now what you will do here from this, just you do the multiplication. So we'll get as the expression A M divided by 1 plus B plus beta into A M. So here we get like this because you multiply this 1 plus p with this 1, then the number will go to denominator. This 1 plus p, this 1 plus p will get cancelled, then we'll get like this. So this will be the expression number 5. Now after this, what will happen? A M divided by 1 plus beta A M plus p. This expression we can rewrite like this. So once you return here again, just you can substitute back your p. AM divided by 1 plus beta AM plus p is nothing but, or I can, what I will do, okay, instead of that what I will do, let me take the common term 1 plus beta a is completely I take as common. So this will become as 1 plus p divided by 1 plus beta a m. Just I took the common to 1 plus beta a is common. Took outside. Then we'll get the a of s is nothing but a m divided by 1 plus beta a m. See, this I will take to the numerator. Then denominator will be 1 plus substitute for p. P is nothing but s by omega h, right? So that will become as s by omega h into 1 plus beta a m. So now see, this is the expression we are getting here. Yes, so now from this we can say the feedback amplifier will have a mid-band gain of AM divided by which one here? This one, right? See, this one. This is nothing but what actually? There's nothing but it's has a mid-band gain AM divided by 1 plus beta AM. Next, upper 3 dB frequency omega h is given by upper 3 dB frequency. Upper 3 dB frequency, that is nothing but omega h f is equal to omega h into 1 plus beta a m. See this term. Okay, this term is nothing but the upper 3 dB frequency. Now from this I can say the change in the bandwidth extension like a delta fs RG, sorry, not delta, it is a f of s is equal to, now final equation I can write as this, a of s equal to a m divided by 1 plus beta into a m divided by 1 plus s by omega h f. Yes, so now this is the final expression we get. Now it follows that the upper 3 dB frequency, which one? This one, the upper 3 dB frequency is increased by a factor equal to the amount of feedback actually. Means that is equal to amount of feedback. 1 plus beta AM is nothing but a amount feedback. So we can say this upper 3 dB frequency will be increased by while increasing the 1 plus beta AM. So if this is increasing, even that also will be increases. Now what about the lower? We can say that is upper. So now let us write the lower 3 dB frequency. What will be lower 3 dB frequency now? must like W, that is omega L, F is equal to omega L divided by 1 plus A M into beta. So this is nothing but a lower 3 dB frequency. Now from this we can say the amplifier bandwidth. Okay, the amplifier bandwidth is increased by the same factor by which its midband gain decreased. So maintaining the gain bandwidth product at a constant value. So now the negative feedback is not only to extend the bandwidth, it works to minimize the change in gain magnitude, including it changes with frequency also. So let us show that diagram. Now you see, this is the figure which I'm showing is the application for negative feedback will reduces the feedback midband gain, which gain and increases FH and reduces FL. So it reduces FL all by the same factor, that is which 1 plus AM into beta, because of this actually. So which is equal to amount of feedback. See here, this is nothing but different. So we are having FH, the higher cut of frequency, that is FL, then lower frequency, then higher frequency here. Now we can see here only this is the portion we are having the midband actually. So the midband actually is getting reduced. See here, midband gain which will be increases, but that is the feedback. Because of this feedback, the midband gain will reduces. This is reducing, but it increases the FH actually. See, it increasing the FH. At the same time, it is reducing the FL actually. It reduces. So that is why I can say here, this will be terms of, we take it as 20 log 1 plus AM beta. So this portion will be log 1 plus AM beta. This will be log 1 plus AM beta. Then this will be your A, that is open loop gain factor actually. But this portion which are gain is nothing but it is nothing but your feedback gain. See, this will be this line, the blue color line which you are showing here. This is nothing but your feedback gain. This will be your open loop gain. See here, this will get reduces because of this actually. Actually, the feedback gain is increases. So now bandwidth, we can extend the bandwidth. See, we can extend the bandwidth also. Here you can see this portion at the same 20 plus 20 dB per decade. Actually, this one. So now from this only, I can say the FL. What is FL in the sense that this FL of this one? It's nothing but FL by 1 plus AM beta, where a medium gain, that is a midband gain, AM will be, the frequency will be AM by 1 plus AM beta. The FHF will be FH into 1 plus AM beta. Now here I can see, this is the above expression we can write like this, AMFC here, AMFC, this expression only. How can I write this whole thing? Which one? This whole thing I can say AMF. So let me write this expression as AMF divided by 1 plus S divided by omega H FC. Simply you can write this expression where AMF is nothing but AM by 1 plus beta into AM. So this is nothing but a bandwidth reduction. Next, third. The third is nothing but noise reduction. This is the one of the main advantage or characteristics of the negative feedback amplifier, that is you can reduce the noise. Now let us, what we will do, let us consider So now you consider this figure. Okay. So now here the negative feedback can be employed to reduce the noise or interference in an amplifier, or more precisely to increase the ratio of signal, that is signal to noise ratio. Here we can say that the A1 is nothing but amplifier gain. From this we can know that the A1, this is nothing but a amplifier gain. Okay, this is without feedback amplifying. Then what is Vs? The Vs is nothing but it's an input signal. Vs is nothing but an input signal. Then Vn, where the Vn is nothing but it's a noise signal. Noise signal. Okay. Then here the noise in the sense we can say it's a thermal noise, which will be in active and the passive components will generate the thermal noise. Now let us assume that we are going to add the previous figure. Actually what happened, so like after the input signal, so here it say this is Vn, this is your Vs. What happened, this will be your amplifier gain in the sense the input signal along with that the Vn, this is like a mixture I can say, that is like this is the noise is added over there. What will happen, your output signal will get us amplified version of even noise also. Just you can see here, before the forward amplifier the noise is added,